Hello everyone and welcome to the Bulldog Blitz. I'm your host Grant Anschuetz and today's guest is Butler volleyball captain Jessica Kleensmith. Thank you for joining us today, Jessica.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So I'd like to ask you a few questions here today. And the first one is about your hometown. You're from Colorado Springs, Colorado, which naturally begs the question, what led you to Butler University in Indiana?
Well, I always knew I wanted to play collegiate volleyball. And I always knew I wanted to go out somewhere away from my home where I was born and raised in Colorado. So wanted to go somewhere new. And I played for this club that was very competitive, and their whole goal was to get you to play in college and to get you a scholarship and stuff like that. So we had tons of college scouts coming through all the time and from all over the nation. And at one point, Sharon came through, my head coach, and saw one of our practices. And she was actually there to see our setter. And at the end of it, our club director came up to me and he goes, so Butler likes you. And I was like, what's Butler? You know, never heard of the school before, wasn't really a fan of basketball at that point, so didn't really know much about it. And so I ended up looking up online and looked really awesome and talked to Sharon a bunch, went out for a visit, and just totally fell in love with the campus in Indianapolis. And it was just so different than what I had back home that I really wanted a new experience.
That's awesome. So this year you're a redshirt junior, and for that I'd like to ask, that redshirt year back in 2013 it was, what did that do to help your learning and growing process within the program?
It did a lot. So Sharon that year trained me to be a more versatile hitter, so I was getting a lot more repetitions on the outside and right side. I came in as like a pure middle. And so I got a lot of experience on those positions, and then we had a huge, very talented upper class that I was able to learn a lot from, and I still traveled to all the games, still warmed up for every single game, and then got to watch them perform, and it really helped me as a player kind of see what college is like, and then also helped me develop myself into a stronger athlete that could help Butler volleyball.
Yeah, I could definitely see how that would help. So you were named a captain this year, which is a big honor. What did it mean for you to be given that honor?
It meant a lot to me. I really love this program, really love Butler, and I really think the team has a lot of potential this year and that we could really do a lot of great things. And so I'm just like really, really excited and happy that I was given the honor to potentially lead, this awesome season.
Yep. And kind of following up on the captain thing, what is the toughest part about being a captain?
Making hard confrontations is the toughest part. When things aren't going as well, or when there's some kind of conflict on the team, you're the one that has to step in and say the hard stuff and the stuff that may not make you, make people your biggest fan, basically. But in the end, it's what's best for the team, and that's what you got to do.
Well, the team has gotten off to a good start so far. For those that don't know, last weekend at the Butler Classic, you guys won that tournament. What, in your opinion, was the what let you have that success overall?
Well, so our chemistry has been building every single week that we've been playing. So that got even better, last weekend. That was really great for us. And then we also picked up our serve and pass game a lot, and we're really working on making sure that we beat the other team in that aspect. And then the other thing that Sharon has really been pushing for us is relentless defense, which is, our backcourt, but also with our blocking. And we really put that into practice this weekend and got even better at it. So and that really helped us.
Going forward for the rest of the season, could you just kind of, I know it's tough, but single out maybe one thing that the team would need to improve on the most?
I think communication on the court when the plays are changing very dynamically, like really, really communicating with each other about what's happening, and just so we are able to all be on the same page is one thing that we can keep working on to help us, even improve that chemistry more. And then on top of that, just pushing ourselves to the next level, no matter who our opponent is, and trying our, to get better every single game and never settling.
Kind of more on the lighthearted side here as we come to the end. If you could play one other sport other than volleyball, what would it be? I
would be an equestrian.
Okay.
So I really love horses, rode horses for a huge part of my life. And if I wasn't playing collegiate volleyball, I would try to be on some kind of equestrian team and compete in that way.
That's awesome. All right, well, that's all the time we have here today. Thank you again, Jessica, for joining us. And as always, go Dogs.